You're watching and listening to Wood and Erek. The show begins now.
Good spooky evening, Erek.
A good,
Yeah, I was supposed to say morning. I'm so used to saying in a certain way. I tried to add spooky and I screwed it up.
Oh, well, it's fine. It's spooky nonetheless. How are you going?
I'm good. I don't think you can't really have a spooky morning anyway, right? I think we should just keep the illusion that we're at night in a cave with bats.
Yeah, it's very blue here.
Yeah.
What's the spookiest thing that can happen in a morning? Your alarm going off at 7 when it's supposed to go off at 8?
Probably, or the wrong alarm tone, and it's like, ooh, what's that?
Oh, how about you make your morning coffee, but someone switched it out with decaf? You don't find out till like you're at work.
That's pretty scary.
That's spooky. That's a trick.
That's very spooky.
Trick or treat. Speaking of trick and or treat, we had a bunch of treats out the front door, and I've been waiting for kids to come by and take my candy, and no one showed up.
Oh, man.
Where's Halloween this year?
Where have all the Halloweens gone?
I thought you dropped that stick. What's with the spooky voice?
Yeah, I know. You're on camera.
Halloween.
Slightly different voice than prior. Slightly different. I was just trying to increase the ambiance, get the spooky feelings going.
Spook it up. I like it.
Well,
All
right, man. That works.
Spook it up with some spooky voicemail too while you're at it.
You guys.
Scary.
Hey, Wood and Erek.
Nope, that's not.
Hey, it's Pokey John.
That's a completely different
I have
person.
a story for y'all. So if y'all like the story of why I was escorted out of Six Flags, give me a call.
Oh,
I hate.
cliffhanger.
This is scary.
Can we call them today later?
We might be able to, yeah. We could probably do that.
Find their number and we'll call them. I want to know. They're in America because they went to Six Flags, so they shouldn't be. It's not like we're calling UK in the middle of the night.
No, it's Pokejohn, one of our valued viewer winners.
Oh, it was Poke. Did they say that?
Yeah, it was Pokejohn.
Oh. Do we want to call Pokejohn again? And hear Evelyn in the background screaming the whole time?
If you know, you know.
You know.
Oh, that's great. I love that. That's funny.
We have a fun show planned. We're going to be playing some Halloween Family Feud with those listening live. And if you're not listening live and you're listening off the fact, it'll still be fun to listen to it. I mean, you can go to Family Feud and be part of the audience, and it's fun to be there, right? But mostly people watch it later on, the pre-taped when it comes on their TV. So don't worry. However you're consuming this right now, you're going to have a blast. But make sure to watch the live shows if you want to be involved. Also, if you want to leave a voicemail, there's a number for that. I don't know it. Do you know? They don't actually know it. It's 210
951-4927.
Ooh, you were looking at the form that we have.
No, I genuinely don't have.
Really?
Have it in front of me. No,
Wow.
because I've done the post show like so many times, and I hear Kim's voice. So like I had it. The first 3 digits in my head. It's like, what would Kim say? Oh, yeah, that's right.
What would Kim do? It's funny. I haven't remembered a phone number since I was a kid, and I still remember like my Mima's phone number from when I was growing up. Like when you had to actually remember numbers before you had like digital places, like a phone to store them. I don't do that anymore. It's funny because Kim knows my number, and I think Kim gets upset sometimes when I don't know her number. She's like, "How do you not know my number?" I'm like, "Because I'm 31 living
I've got
in
it in my
today's
Rolodex
world."
over here.
Like I press a button on my phone that says Kim. I call Kim. I don't call a number. I don't know any numbers right now.
I know Amber's number. I know my
Damn it, you're making
parents'
me look
phone number
bad.
at home.
I'm the worst husband.
I think that's a bit it. What
Producer.
about you, producer?
Do you know Amy's number?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah. What is it? Don't say.
Sure,
That's
it's
actually it.
There was like a moment where it looked like you were gonna like, oh yeah, I can do it. No, don't do
yeah,
it.
I can do that.
I can do that.
Oh yeah, if you're listening, by the way, I'm dressed as Link. I was gonna dress as Cat in the Hat, but I couldn't find the hat. But it worked out because Erek is Ness.
Yeah.
So, and are you Lucas, or do you just have the hair? So you're claiming ownership?
He's dressed up as Super Derek, and he looks pretty damn convincing. Honestly,
Lucas adjacent.
No. I am dressed up as have you played through any of the Phoenix Wright games?
Nope.
Well,
Objection.
Objection.
I'm Larry Butts. Larry Butts
That's-
from the Phoenix Wright games.
That's about all I know of the Phoenix Wright games is a man pointing and screaming objection.
Yeah, well, he has a friend who happens to look pretty much identical to me, but he also has, orange jacket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's not in Smash, so we have 2/3 of the Smash roster here. And Larry
You could also
Butts.
say Lucas with a nice velvety.
Yeah,
button-up.
he's got the hair. Lucas adjacent, I feel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I also have some
That's pretty
spooky lighting. I have the Halloween candy that the kids didn't come to eat, so I can't eat it. I have a sore tooth, but I figured it would be nice aesthetically next to my lights.
It looks good. It looks good. I like it.
We're really excited to have some fun with you guys, but first, there are 2 stories to tell. One dramatic and one a buzzkill. I have to be a buzzkill on Halloween. I'm sorry. It's the spooky season. Let me get spooky out of the way. And then we have a story that involves our dear friend Erek here, which is going to lighten the mood, hopefully.
It's
he looks so embarrassed.
Really funny story.
It's a really, it's flippin' hilarious, you could say. And then we're going to play some Family Feud with you guys listening, so get ready. I don't know how that's going to work. We're winging that on the fly.
Yeah, we are.
But first up, I'm going to keep this really short. And I'm like nervous to actually do this too, because it's a topic that's really touchy and it's not something that anyone really wants to talk or think about. But I felt in my heart that I had to say something, and I felt in my heart that I had to like apologize. And again, I'm going to keep it really short. And this does not like whatever your views are or your beliefs are, they are what they are. That's not the conversation I'm having. This is just coming from me, okay? I went to a convention last weekend, and it was fun. We had fun, but we were told that masks were going to be required at the convention, and I relayed that information to all of you. And I know there's a lot of you that would prefer to wear masks and would prefer to go to conventions that have masks. And I'm one. Personally, I tried to get vax and I had a seizure, so I couldn't get fully vaxxed. So I'm trying to avoid situations where masks aren't. Like last week, or I think a couple weeks ago, we told a story that Kim and I went to the state fair because I said masks were required and no one was following the guidelines. So we just dipped and went home. We're just kind of trying to avoid those situations. So I wouldn't have gone, but we got there and no one was wearing a mask, essentially. It was like 10% of people were wearing their masks. And I just felt bad because I did tell everyone that masks were going to be required. So if you came from out of state and you were wearing a mask to meet me, thank you so much if you were one of those people that wore a mask. Because I did say in my video too, if you were going to meet me, please wear a mask, because that's, my comfort level. That's what I'm comfortable with. And if you're coming to see me, please respect me. And about 10% of people did wear their mask. So I want to thank those people and apologize to those people if you went with the understanding that that was going to be the situation and then it wasn't. It's just something that's been wearing heavy on my soul for 2 reasons. One, someone did mention to me, I thought this was supposed to be required at the con and I felt really bad. And then on the other end, someone at the end of the con. And I did say, please wear a mask. And I know that a lot of that gets lost in translation. Maybe you forgot. I mean, there were people coming up saying, I only know about this con because you said that it was on, and then they weren't wearing a mask. And I'm like, when I said it was on, I also said, please wear a mask. So I know there was a lot of like confusion and things lost in translation, and it is Texas, so there isn't a mandate. So I know it's confusing, and that's why like I was confused too. But at the end of the con, there was a situation I had where someone came up and were trying to get me to take my mask off. They said they wanted a photo of me with my mask off. They were being very adamant about it. And when I said I didn't feel comfortable, I wasn't fully vaxxed, they kind of laughed at me. And there was like this awkward situation where she was like waiting for me to take it off still. And then I didn't. So we just took the photo and it was very awkward. So it was just one of them really weird weekends that's been weighing a bit heavy on my soul. And I just wanted to apologize to anyone that may have come out expecting that. And I just, more than anything, wanted to thank everyone that did respect what I asked and respect my comfort level and wore a mask when you came to see me. And I know it's dicey because everyone's view is different, and that's fine. Like, I don't care if you want to not wear your mask. It's not required here in Texas. Just do your thing. But for my comfort level, that's what I asked for. So thank you for everyone that respected that. And I'm sorry to everyone that got confused by what I or other people may have said. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that doesn't upset anyone. I can't tell you how much it has been wearing on my soul. And yeah.
I think that's fair enough. And we talked about this a little bit before the show. I mean, before we move on here. They're very these times are very hard to navigate, and as a result are very divisive. So by no means is this like, hey, you this or you that or whatever. It's just, we appreciate your views and your anybody's respective views and stuff like that. So, but I mean, if there's public health concerns, and if you're concerned about that stuff and you're concerned about safety and all that, hey, by all means, if you want to say it on the show, you can say it on the show. And if people disagree, they disagree. I mean, everybody's going to disagree with something along the line. So, but hey, I mean, got to say what you got to say, man. So happy for you to say whatever's on your heart. Respect that.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
For me, it was just, like not like a wake up call, but for me, it was like, I can't complain about this publicly and then keep going to events. So I think as far as like places where there's not a mandate, because I personally don't feel comfortable, I just shouldn't go. Because it's not fair on me to then walk in and be like, why isn't everyone wearing a mask? Because that's what I believe. I'm just going to stay home. And Kim's the same. I think we're both just going to stay home unless, there is for sure a situation in place that we feel comfortable with. So I'm not going to keep going to places like the fair and then conventions and then complaining, because that's not fair on everyone else. But this situation was a little bit different. So moving forward, I'll be different. And I just wanted to say my piece. So
that's fine.
You want to have fun now?
I'm ready to have fun. Hey, producer.
Yeah.
By the way, who is newly revealed. We've got a story to tell. And as soon as the show finished last week,
I know it was immediately after.
It was like 5 minutes off air, and then I got a photo, and I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
I'll turn off the voice filter for this one.
Okay.
All right. Because I also clickbaited all of my audience earlier to make sure that I was, my viewers were well represented here in the audience. So if you're new here, hey everybody, good to have you here. So how do we begin? Our journey begins one fateful evening.
Oh my god.
After arduous podcast filming experience, Dreamcast guy was hanging out with me and Wood after a long day at Arlington at the Retropalooza. Almost thought I was going to say Portland Retro, but no, Retropalooza. And Wood's like, oh no, Dreamcast guy at this time. He's like, hey, I want to go with that go-kart.
By the way, Derek had already gone on the go-kart the night before to set this up.
Oh, this is true.
And he was blasting around corners. And I want to preface this by saying, even the night before, I said to you multiple times, be careful with the drift, because I almost flipped it once. And you were still taking corners, not only intensely, but you were using the handbrake, which I never use because it already drifts perfectly fine without using it.
I know. That's really the big mistake. I feel like if with that thing, so here's the thing. Like, I'm trying to like go around corners and stuff. I'm like, I feel like I can get a little more sideways action on here, and I feel like I was doing it just fine. I was getting the feel for it, but we weren't in like a flat parking lot kind of area where you would hope.
That's exactly why I told you to be careful.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, I know that now, but I mean.
No, you don't know that now. You knew that then.
It's too late now.
I explained that my street points upwards. So on both sides of the street, it slopes down.
Yeah.
So when you're trying, and I said that day one.
The mechanics of that didn't really click until like I went over the hump, and then I realized, then I landed on a couple of tires, came to an.
All right, let's back up a little bit, because I want to tell my part of the story and like what I was experiencing. So the second day rolls around, and we finish the podcast. We go straight outside because Derek and Dreamcast guy want to drive the go-kart again, and Dreamcast guy, he's being, he's kind of doing his thing. But then Derek's like, let me hit that.
Let me have a go.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell immediately he's ready to show off. And he slams it down the street and does a burnout drift so quick the entire thing on the spot spins around. And he's like facing us, and there's legit like tire smoke billowing down the street, like reflected by the lamps on the street. And the thing that I know this was the moment where it all went downhill is everyone went, ooh. And I could see in Derek's eyes, he's like, I'm the cool guy now.
Oh, no.
He's racing up. He's racing down. He's doing it. And I keep saying, like, legit, Derek, be careful. Derek, be careful. And then I'm there with Max. We're talking, and I see at the corner of my eye, Derek drives down, and he drives up the other side of the street past the houses, so I can't see him anymore. And I'm talking to Max, and we hear this massive crash, and we both stop. And then we keep talking for a little bit. And then he's not coming back. And we go, do you want to jog down the street and just make sure that wasn't what we thought it was?
Oh, my God.
So what happened to you down the street, Derek?
Well, yeah. When we went down the street,
Not we.
when I went down the street,
What, you?
I realized that I was no longer visible to everybody. And I'm like, hey, that's not cool. Here, let me turn this thing around so I can, get some more oohs and ahs, because I was the cool guy, right? I was trying to, I had something to prove, I was the,
You look like the kid on Christmas in his element. Like you were.
Oh my God.
Mode.
I was so freaking hyped. I was like, I found something I'm good at. I'm good at this. Yeah. All right. Time to really show them what I can do. So anyways, the trick that I found is that drifting is really good on a flat surface, but when you go over the crest of the center of a street, when it's like this, you go up, you might get a little bit of air, as you like go from this to going like this. So then you switch and you land tire side, perpendicar to the track. And anyways, I pretty much come to a mostly complete stop, except, the carts did, but I kind of kept going. And
momentum.
The momentum carried me this way. Very, very. It kind of happened in what felt like slow motion. That was the weird thing. Like it's like bullet time, but bullet time in this sense that like you also move really slow. So all I had really time to do was, kind of try to guard my face a little bit. Almost succeeded in doing so until I felt like this, like cold thing going like.
Oh, God, dude.
So
when this go-kart, and the reason why I was paranoid to flip it is because you're strapped into it and it's completely exposed and you have nowhere to go and it's heavy. So if and when someone was to flip it, you're trapped.
Yeah.
Like you're literally trapped by the weight of the go-kart. It's like if you flip a canoe, except, the water is the street and you can't go under the water.
Yeah. Well, so basically I found myself kind of between a rock and a hard place, if you will. The hard place being the go-kart.
The ground and the rock being the go-kart, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so anyways, I pushed myself back up with my arm, Yeah, I was able to, luckily. Unfortunately, the go-kart did suffer a little bit of scrapage.
A little bit.
I didn't see much of it.
Oh, no.
As we're running down the street, Derek turns the corner looking very ashamed, like a dog that did his business in the corner and feels really bad about it. And immediately I see this. I see this massive gash on Derek's face, also a gash on his arm.
It's
Yeah.
so funny, man. I tell you, after the show that we did last week and the experience that you regaled to me of Derek, the first time that you worked out with Wood, you ended up in hospital. I feel like the first time you do anything, you end up hurting yourself. So look at like literally the first time you end up on the go-kart, you hurt your face.
Literally every time we hang out, you end up in some sort of medical trouble.
I know.
And by the way, you're fortunately you're fine and you've bounced back. The
You look
go-kart
great.
though is a different story.
Yeah.
The rear spoiler snapped off. the steering wheel snapped in both places that it was connected. So now you can't really hold on to it very well while you're
You have insurance
drifting.
on that thing, man?
No, I didn't buy the insurance, actually. I probably should have got some kind of warranty on that bad boy.
I am sorry, man. Trust me, when I say like of all of the injuries, the injury to my pride is absolutely the one that stings the most. And then
I'm sure.
And then this, knowing that was damaged in the process, really eats me up.
You
and
lost like half of your beard on the asphalt outside my house,
and
I'm
it
sure
pales in comparison. Truly,
I'm just glad you're okay, and I'm also glad that I was right. So like I don't feel too bad because I tried to tell you so many. It's not like you got on my go-kart, had an accident. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It was like, I told you.
Like, I told
Yeah.
you.
I told you.
you do have the consolation
times.
of being right. Yeah, and that's true. But
mostly I'm glad you're okay because I was really worried that you weren't going to tell us if you're not. And I'm surprised you only got like asphalt banged up, some scratches on your right side because
I deserve more. I deserve worse.
I mean, no, I don't really get like
no.
what. No, you don't. But I don't really get what happened to you because I didn't see it, obviously, and I'm sure it was too quick for you to realize. But like, if your hands are here to the point where the steering wheel is completely jacked up, and you like fell with it, like I don't understand how the steering wheel got jacked up and you didn't. Like, because most of your right side is sticking out further than the steering wheel.
yeah, I don't know. You ever seen the movie Unbreakable?
What I'm saying is, yeah, you like My Academia went like super steel skin for a second.
It's my quirk, I guess. I don't know.
That's all I can gather is you're some kind of secret superhero and you just didn't turn on your skill just in time. You just got a nick before everything kicked in.
Got a little closer of a shave than usual that day.
Against the grain.
Yeah. Oh God.
The go-kart still works. It's just very rattly now, I guess we'll say.
Find out how much it'll cost to get that fixed and all.
I don't know if they do go-kart repairs. I don't know where I got it on Amazon. I don't know where I'd send that in. Drive it into my local Honda dealer and be like, hey,
take it in the garage. Oh, no, one of these go-karts again.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Your friend was drifting. We get one of these every day, my friend. We'll fix this right up for you.
That's the irony, though, is Derek, you're the one that convinced Wood to buy it, and you're the one that broke it.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Hey, buy that go-kart so I can almost kill myself on it one day.
The producer taketh and he giveth and he taketh away.
I like that. That's funny.
All right. Well, I'm just glad you're okay, truly.
Yes, for sure.
And if you ever get something cool, I'm going to come break it.
Okay.
You ready to play? We want to play some Halloween Feud.
We're still working on sending out some of these polls. I was a little distracted at the time.
It's easy. If you want to, you can either hook up with Steven in chat.
Oh yeah, I'm working. We're working with him on that. Yeah.
All right.
If you need some time, I guess, did you have something that you wanted to tell us? Like, you said before the show that you're really tired.
Oh yeah, this. I feel like half the episodes we do, I complain about doing this. No, I was just saying to you guys that.
Oh yes, okay, I know what you're gonna tell me.
I'm super tired because we had the 2 conventions this month, which pushed me back pretty bad for a lot of my monthly YouTube requirements. Mm-hmm. So I ended up having to do 3 sponsors in 6 days, which essentially is a video every other day, or which essentially means 2 days to make a video 3 times.
Yep.
And I've been pushing through that. And yesterday I had this is for you video editors out there, you might be able to understand this, but I'm editing a video yesterday and I need it out today. And part of the video had an hour or 2 hours of footage of me playing Mario Party with 3 of my friends, AJ, Scoot, and Bob Wolf. And I cut the whole thing down, all 4 of our video files. And then when I went back to start doing the fun edits, I realized 2 of the files, AJ's and Scoot's, were completely out of line. Completely out of line, no salvaging it. So I either finish the edit without them or restart everything again, which had taken me half a day, or find a solution to fix it. And I won't bore you with the solution, even though it was pretty big brain, because no one will understand it. But it took 3 hours to fix.
What'd you do? I want to know.
All right, here we go.
Buckle up.
So this is going to take a lot of explaining, but in Adobe Premiere, it works kind of like iTunes, where it'll find files on your computer locally, and then like when you're editing them, it'll always draw from that location on your PC. So that means if you have, say, video file A, and you click on it and you go replace with video file B, it'll just pull from another location, and it'll be the same edited footage, but, you know, probably wrong because you've just switched it out with a different video. So what I did, oh my God, Scootish's video and Bob's video were different lengths, obviously. So I couldn't just switch them in and have the cut be the same. So I rendered out a version of Scoot's video that was exactly as long as Bob's. And then I took it into another project file and I imported the edited version I have done for Bob's, and I replaced it with this new version of Scootish's, which had, you know, like a dead air at the start, dead air at the bottom, but it made it so it was a perfect edit of exactly where I needed it to be. And I did that twice for both of them, and then imported the new versions into, but what it meant doing was rendering hour-long videos and waiting like an hour for them to render so that I could do this little hack that honestly, if I had just redone it in the first place, probably would have been way quicker. But I have a huge pet peeve of redoing something I've already done, just in life, but absolutely with editing.
That's very big brain. That is very incredibly big brain of you. I've had many issues like that when I've been doing like stuff for clients in my Pro Tools session. Like there was a time where I was working on like a 13-track album for somebody early last year, and my gosh, it was like such a headache. I've had to do a lot of file replacement stuff like that. Is that a Crackle?
It's a Crackle. I had one for the first time earlier. We bought a bunch of cheap candy. I'm going to eat a Crackle. I had one earlier. It was good. I'm going to have another one right now.
I haven't had one of those in ages.
I kind of pride myself, and I've been editing for a long time, but I kind of pride myself on hacks, on finding quick ways of doing things that maybe other people wouldn't think of, or maybe like fixes for things if I mess up. Something I still remember to this day is when I was on a road trip with Billy, he was editing his DVD menus, and I'm like, hey, can I help you? I brought my laptop too. We're in the car. And he sent me a file, and he was like, sure. You see all those pixels? I need you to delete every single one. It was like this pixelated lamppost, and it was two colors. It was like white and black. And he's like, I need you to delete all the white ones. And he thought he was like, that was something he was going to do, is go in and pixel by pixel delete every single white one. And he was like kind of trolling. He was like, I'll make Wood do this and I'll just do it later kind of thing. But he sent it to me, and I just clicked on one, and then select all similar, and then delete. And I sent it back. I was like, done. And he was laughing like, yeah. And I was like, what? He's like, you didn't do it. And then when he saw it, his brain melted, dude. He was like, there's no, like I was going to sit there. There was thousands of them. And he was going to select, delete, select, delete, select, delete. But yeah, I always reminds me, man. I tell you,
since from your advice, I don't know how much time we're trying to buy still, but
I like this conversation. But yeah, let us know when we're done buying time.
Yeah, from your advice, like from thumbnails and stuff. So like I put out a video similar to you, well, not similar, but you know what I'm saying. I put out a Zelda retrospective review, and I was like, okay, that's a 17-minute review, and it took me probably about 12 hours of editing time. But the thumbnail, we've talked about this before. The thumbnail is always the thing that I feel like I've struggled with. And thanks to your feedback and efforts, I whipped up the thumbnail that I sent you that ended up being the final one in literally like 3 minutes. Like, I feel like some things become super obvious once you're given the keys to them. And I feel like you guys gave me the keys to like figuring out a super like easy like representation of what the thing is. So like I feel like I've become a bit of a Photoshop whiz lately, and it's a program that I never thought I was going to understand, but I get it now.
Oh, I love Photoshop. I think I'm better in Photoshop than I am in Premiere, because like I can do anything in Photoshop. I love Photoshop. Also, this is a pumpkin pie Kit Kat, and it's kind of good, low key.
Ooh,
I got to stop eating candy. I'm gonna die.
All the nice candy there, honestly.
That's the worst part about Halloween, is that you're going to be stuck with all that Halloween candy after no kids show up at your door tonight.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot now.
That sucks, man.
I don't know if I ever gave you guys an update on my body fat stuff. I'm still going.
You sent a photo, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I sent you guys a photo. Which
you look like a cheese grater in a good way.
We can't show. Well, you know, I got down to 15%.
Yes.
But that was with the water weight pills. I'm actually down to 15 now, like naturally, which I'm very happy about. And I said that I was like under 180 pounds, right? I mentioned that.
Yes, you did.
I'm at like when I got back from too many games, I was like 177. Like I somehow I was like, what's happening? But now I'm back up to 179.
You lost weight up in the air there.
Apparently I did. It must have been the time zone. Went back an hour, pound. What?
Something like that, yeah.
But no, it's still going well. I haven't had a chance to work out much the last week thanks to this sponsor deadline. But
yeah.
producer, I am sure by now we have one to get started with.
Oh, we've got them all sorted out now. So this is
great.
I just wanted to make sure that they were all done so that I could officiate this game as needed. Should we do spooky?
Welcome to Wood and Eric's Halloween Family Feud.
All right.
This is where bats chirp in the background. Do you have like a spooky soundtrack? I'll try it again if you want to. Welcome to Wood and Eric's Family Halloween hosted by the producer.
Can you still hear me okay? Or is that too loud?
Yeah, it's a bit loud, though. You might want to turn it down. I like it, but maybe turn it down for the actual show.
It's a bit too spooky.
I'm getting kind of nervous over here.
All right, I'll have to... I don't have a way of turning it down for now, so I'll just mute it for a moment.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, that's sad, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Wake up.
He's going to do the Jackbox impression as much as he can because he sounds exactly like it. If you haven't played Jackbox, you won't get the reference. But
That's true,
to be fair,
that's true.
it is actually pretty close.
All right, so...
It's actually really close, and I hate it. You guys need to play Jackbox if you haven't. It's really fun.
So
I need to play.
this game is based on Family Feud, but I've had to modify it in order to work. So just so everybody out in the audience exactly knows how this is supposed to work, basically what we're going to be doing instead is Wood and Eric will take turns trying to guess what you in the audience voted as being the big winner of each poll, basically. And we'll see, basically...
It's Family Feud.
Yeah, it's basically like Family Feud, but you'll take turns.
Just over-explaining Family Feud.
Yeah. Okay. So, without further ado, let's start with Best Candy Bar. Let's see.
Okay.
But first, let's see who goes first. You want to rock, paper, scissors for this? I feel like that should be. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Rock, paper, scissors.
You got to throw on scissors. I mean, you got to throw. Never mind. Let's do it again.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, god dang it. I did paper as well. I mean, I totally did scissors.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, we need a better way of solving this. We're both throwing the same.
Keep going. It's fine.
Okay,
I'll give you two more.
I'll give you two more. All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
One more.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah! Only, baby.
I let you win because I was going to do paper as well.
All right. Give it. So I got to answer what I think the chat said for best.
Yes.
Halloween
I will give you the
candy.
4 poll options that they gave, and you try to pick the one that came in first.
Oh, that's different. Actually, that's different to Family
I
Feud.
know. I was trying to describe
Okay,
that.
all right. Well, then we shouldn't have called it Family Feud.
I know, it's podcast
Family
feud. It's
Ford.
different. It's Family Feud is
Okay.
copyrighted. So,
All right.
podcast feud. Best candy bar options are Snickers, Butterfinger, Reese's, or Hershey.
I'm not realizing with this method, we're going to blitz through this game in like 10 minutes. Yep. Why? What were the answers?
Snickers, Butterfinger, Reese's, or Hershey.
Okay, it's absolutely... Hey, it's my turn.
It's obvious what it is.
Oh, is it? It's either Snickers or Reese's, but I don't think it's obvious between the two. For Halloween, I think you have to go Reese's because it's orange.
All right. So you went with Reese's?
I'm locking it in, Eddie.
All right. Well, that is
It's an Australian. Hey!
excellent. You've just acquired 4 points.
Thank you so. Oh, okay.
Now, Eric.
What do I do with those?
Well, you'll find out in a moment.
Okay, cool.
I'll put them in my pocket here.
So, Eric, because he's successfully picked the highest scored one, you're going to try to figure out what's the third.
Oh, okay. That's more interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the spin. Okay, so it was Reese's, Snickers, Butterfinger, or Hershey?
Yeah, that's right.
Hershey sucks.
Hershey's going to be the last one, so I'm going to say Butterfinger is third.
All right. Survey says
I think you're right. Oh,
unfortunately,
that's what I would have said too.
that one is on the board as being the last, actually.
Really? Hershey's over Butterfinger?
So you do get 1 point, though.
Why?
That's...
Why? He was wrong.
I was wrong.
Yes.
Why did he get a point?
That's okay, because you picked the lowest score out of the 4. So for each point, the highest one, the fourth on the highest up on the list gets 4 points.
That makes sense.
But
okay.
It's hard when you don't know what game we're playing.
So
you still get a point. It's okay.
So in this scenario, if I hadn't have got it right and he had gone and then he got it wrong, but he picked the number 1, he'd get 4 points, even if the question was, what's the third one?
Let's be honest. There's not really a wrong answer here. There's just different levels of correctness. So they're all right answers. But
Participation trophies, bonus stars in Mario Party. We're rolling with it.
yeah.
If you lose, you win.
All right. So, Wood, you are up next. So, of the 2 remaining, there are the Hershey's bar and the Snickers. So, which do you think came in third or second place?
This is very confusing without a board in front of me. So Reese's was 1. We've established that Butterfinger was last. And you're asking me what, third or second?
You
Third.
Yes. What is third or second? Choose the one that you think reigned highest of all
I guess
those.
either way it's going to be okay. So Snickers is definitely second. So the whatever's left is third.
All right. So Snickers, that is correct. So you get 2 points.
Why?
Or 3 points.
I feel like I'm being held prisoner in my own show.
I don't know what's happening at all, but okay. It's Halloween. It's scary.
So that leaves Eric with the Hershey's, right? And that also
He gets points for what's left?
Yep.
Can I get your scrap?
There you go.
That makes no sense.
Hey, I make the rules here, okay?
Okay.
You are all...
So he got nothing right and he got 3 points. As many points as I got for getting one right. Okay.
No. So actually, those 2 were tied for last place. So he gets 1 point for each. So it's okay. Yeah.
I trust you. That's fine.
Current leaderboard is Wood with 7 points, Eric with 2.
Good job, buddy. You earned them. You earned them, buddy. So I have 5 points. Okay, let's keep going.
All right. Next question is the best Halloween movie. And Eric, because you're not doing particularly well this round, I'll allow you to answer first.
Thank you for this blessing.
Yeah.
All right. So the first list of movies are Hocus Pocus, Trick or Treat,
I already know the answer.
Nightmare Before Christmas,
That's the one.
and Halloween.
Oh, okay.
I know it before he even said anything.
I want to. I'm just trying to. Okay, I'm trying to think of what the audience would say here. I'm going to say The Nightmare Before Christmas, but my gut tells me Halloween, so I'm going to say Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas. All right. Survey says Nightmare Before Christmas, you get 3 points because that was the second highest voted one. So bringing your score up to 5.
Wait, what?
What? How did I get that correct?
Wait,
You're in the upper half.
was it?
Like I said, it's fine.
What's going on, dude?
So he didn't get it right, but he
I
gets
didn't get it right, but
points?
I still got points.
Yeah, he got his answer.
You're trying to play Family Feud with the point system, but you're not doing any of the Family Feud rules.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh.
So he's giving points for the answers like it was Family Feud, but when that's not how we're doing it.
Yeah, but that's how I'm doing it. So here we go. Wood, you're up next.
So in other words, I just have to say something and I'll get points.
No, one of the ones that I gave you, but yes, you will get points. It has to be one of the answers I gave you.
Even if it's the wrong answer.
Yeah, I mean, there's no wrong answer. Because you're selecting from a list of answers that I provided to the audience.
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, I would just
Let's
keep rolling.
Okay, so
Doesn't matter anymore.
Wood. The remaining selections are Hocus Pocus, Trick or Treat, or Halloween.
I guess I'll say Halloween.
All right.
And then there's your 10 points.
Give me my points. Give me my points.
That is worth 2 points. So
What? I was actually torn between Hocus Pocus and that. You said Halloween, and I thought you'd know American culture a bit better than me, so I went with it.
there you
But
go.
it has to be.
Allegedly not.
It has to be Hocus Pocus then.
Eric,
Yeah.
your answer is up next. How are you feeling? Pretty confident?
Not confident at all.
No. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess Hocus Pocus is the next best
What
choice.
was the other?
then.
What was the other one?
Trick or Treat?
Oh, I haven't seen that. I mean, maybe that's it.
All right. Eric. You just got it.
I don't know.
4 points
I don't know if
added
that
to your
means
score.
1 point or 4 points.
Tying things up now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's right. Score is now 9
I've
and 9.
got more right, but we're tied. So there you go.
Okay.
Well, 2 of them were only worth a single point because they were tied for last. So,
I understand how this game is currently working. Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Wood.
Very much so.
I'll just give you that 1 point because that's your turn next. So, Trick or Treat, we came in last. It's worth 1 point. You now have 10 points.
I crushed it. Okay, lift the finger.
All right. We have 3 more questions to get through. So, how about we continue this thing and talk about favorite Halloween traditions?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Answers are scary stories, carving pumpkins, trick or treating, or spooky decorations.
Trick or treating is number 1.
Well, I mean, okay. That's your answer? Trick or treating?
Yeah.
That's worth 2 points. Kind sir. All right.
I get points.
There you go. 2 points, bringing you up to 12. Eric, this is your opportunity to snag the lead.
Oh, I mean, you could dress up any time of year. You can get candy any time of year, but like no other time of the year is relevant to carving pumpkins. So of course you'd want to carve pumpkins on Halloween. I even saw some down the street over here. They're probably melted by
I didn't
now.
say that because I feel like most homes don't do it, but everyone trick or treats.
Eric, you've just got
Is that the
yourself
third best answer?
4 points. You got the best answer.
Oh, okay.
All right. Bringing you up to 13 total points. You have taken the lead. Wood,
Friday the 13th.
you started off so promising. What has happened, man? My, how the
Nothing
mighty have
happened to me.
fallen.
I've got most of these right so far.
Nobody knows what's happened.
out of the questions you asked as to like what is number 1 or what is number 3, I've got the most of those right. Just Eric has the most points. That's just the way it turned out. That's the way you asked the questions.
So, the next up here is scary stories or spooky decorations.
Scary stories.
Scary stories?
Wait. Am I trying 3rd or 4th, or does that not matter?
It doesn't really matter. It's just whichever one has received more votes.
What points do I want?
Yeah.
I guess I'll get scary stories worth of points.
All right, scary story is worth a single point,
Sick.
bringing you up to tied with Eric. Eric,
It's neck and neck.
leaving you with the single question answer left. Spooky decorations, which is worth 2 points, so you get it.
Good job, Eric.
Okay. I didn't even open my mouth and I got points.
15 points. I mean, let's be honest. The show, this could probably use a little extra workshopping, but hey, I'm just trying to make things work.
You think?
I think just the point system probably shouldn't have been included, but
That's fine. People are thinking it's funny, so
my audience does like when I get annoyed.
they do. We're playing into them.
All right, next up is what is the worst Halloween candy out there, everybody? The worst Halloween candy. We have 4 viable options: candy corn, circus peanuts, apples, and Smarties. What is the worst of all of those? Eric, you just got points,
great.
so it's Wood's turn.
Okay, good. I feel like if the answer is an apple, since it's not even a candy, there's something wrong with the people that voted in the poll.
So is that what you're going for? Apple?
For all we know, that's number one.
Knowing my luck, it's not going to be, but yeah, number 1 worst candy is an apple.
Unfortunately, I agree. I personally agree. The audience does not. That is worth only a single point.
It's not even a candy. You know what happened there, actually? People are so mad about getting like circus peanuts that they voted that without thinking that apple is like technically
Surely.
worse.
Well,
I'll take it. That's fine.
single point. Eric, you are in the lead with 15 points. Now, what is your choice here? We have candy corn, circus peanuts, or Smarties.
Before I answer that, I want to tell you a really quick story about the one time that I got something that wasn't candy.
Yeah.
When I went trick-or-treating many years ago, my parents will probably remember this. I remember I went to one house and they gave me a Bug's Life toy, still sealed in box. It was Flick from Bug's Life. And I was like, well, okay, I got that. But anyway, I'm going to say circus peanuts. I mean, because those things just suck. Like, no, but like you just eat them and it's like,
They are
ugh.
out of the actual candies there. That one's the worst.
I
That is
agree wholehearted. It's the freaking worst. Eric, you got the high scoring answer there with 4 points there.
You would think the apple would be number one because it's not even candy.
You would think,
Like,
but yeah, nobody selected that one.
At this point, I'm not upset about it. What's next? What's my free points I'm getting?
All right, so is it candy corn or Smarties? The next up one.
That's tough. I bet they were really close.
They were.
I feel like candy corn's a bigger of a meme and Smarties is at least chocolate underneath. So I'm going to say candy corn and probably be wrong.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, that brings you up to 17 points here with candy corn. Leaving Smarties to Eric, giving him 2 points, bringing him up to 21.
what a smarty.
All right. That brings us to the final family feud.
Thank God.
Thank God.
And the question is, who is wearing the best Halloween costume today?
Oh,
You going to come sit with me?
Is it Wood, Eric, or the producer?
that's a tough one. I don't even know who gets to go first on that one.
Well, I'm honestly, I kind of feel bad for Wood because he's so far behind. I'm thinking about giving it to him. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently, someone came to the door to get candy and she grabbed the entire bowl and tried to run away with it. Kim just came in the room to tell me.
Oh my God. Well, Wood.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's recorded on the camera on the door.
Oh, yeah.
Can we share that on the podcast? No, maybe probably not.
You see my street,
yeah.
otherwise, yeah.
God, that's too bad.
Send it to us off the show.
So, Wood.
Apparently, the microphone picked up her saying, "I really like this bowl," and then she ran off with it. Sorry to derail. I don't know. I want to watch it later, though. I'll show you guys later.
Yeah, please do. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
What was the
did Kim
question?
tackle him and
No, what
wrestle him
happened? Did we
back,
get the
or-
bowl back, Kim? Oh, the mom made her put it back.
Okay. So, Wood, final question is, who has the best costume on right now? Wood, Eric, or the producer?
Why do I get to go first again? I thought
Because you're really losing. So, you go first.
Funny. I felt like I got most of them right.
I know.
How about we say, the thing is, it all depends on who's trolling right now. Or like if my audience dislikes. I'm dressed as freaking Link. Okay.
Of course, dude, they're here for they're on your Twitch channel. They're here for you.
Yeah, but they hate me. So, I feel like they might have said Derek for the memes because
Probably.
Derek is the least technically dressed up right now with something. So I feel like they probably said him. But I don't know. I honestly, it's just tough. Is there 3 or 4 answers?
There's only the 3. So the big answer, the number 1 winner gets 4 points.
Will I win if I get it right? Is there enough points left?
Let me do some math here. I do believe that there's a good chance. Let's see.
Double or nothing?
Let me see here.
I've played it pretty hard today, so
Double or nothing on this last one, Eric.
yeah.
Give me a fighting chance here against Big Brain Smarty Pants over here.
There is a chance.
All right.
There is a chance you could tie it up.
I will then put this chance in the hope and dream that my audience cares about me and the effort I made to dress up for them today in this very hot and sweaty outfit, which, by the way, I have not washed since I bought it. So I did a bunch of TikTok dancing in this and it doesn't smell great. That's what I did for you, audience. So if you let me down here, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. And I'm going to say me. Yay. I feel bad for going on a rant.
You're trying to do reverse psychology on me.
There you go, Wood. All right, so, Eric, it's all down to you, buddy. Let me tell you, whatever you pick determines what Wood gets. So if you get 2 points, he gets 3. He takes the win.
I can get points for you being wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. If you look at the hierarchy of people in costumes, we have Wood, who's dressed as Link, me as Ness, and then
even the
Super
pants.
Derek.
I didn't need to wear the pants.
You went all out.
I went all out.
Child Link doesn't wear pants. You could go as Child Link sometime.
True. No, I'm going to stay as an adult.
Technically, I would be number 2 because I'm in a costume, and some people, if they're just voting, are like, "Oh, that guy's just wearing a satin shirt or something." I don't know. Whatever. So I'd say me, I guess. But then again, I don't know.
All right, let's see. What does the survey say? All right.
They just said what is true.
Eric.
Yeah,
I really thought they were going to mess with us.
that's what I thought.
Gets 3 points there, bringing you up to 24. Wood gets 2 points for myself. You're welcome. And that brings you to 23 points. Eric takes the lead, 24 to 23.
I don't deserve this. I've done nothing.
Here's something I want to throw out there. That only had 3, and Eric, did I get 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Never mind. Press the wrong button over there, buddy.
I saw you How did you get a sound of somebody carving a puppy? So scary. Oh my god, that's good. I was not expecting that at all.
That made the entire terrible game worth it, honestly. Was that intentional or no?
Nope.
It was not. The look on his face, he's like, "Oh my god, what have I done?
What fresh hell have I unleashed?"
Oh boy.
That's funny. All right, cool. All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for playing today.
I've done nothing. I did nothing here.
Thank you to the chat. Appreciate you all partaking in that shamble of a game. Completely rigged, in my opinion.
It was surprisingly close for being so rigged, I guess.
I mean, I think that's ultimately how it was always going to end up, because you devised a game that had 4 questions in each round, and each time the 2 people playing were going to get 2 of the answers. So there was a pretty solid chance that it was going to end up a 50-50 split one way or another. And the only reason why it didn't is because that final game was missing the 1 point that would have made it 24-24. That's why at the start I was like, this system isn't going to work. We're going to end up...
It worked.
But it didn't. It only worked because the last question...
Okay.
The last question added an odd number, so one of us lost because of the last round alone.
Yep, there we go.
I don't think.
Good job, Eric.
I mean, I'll take. I big brained this one.
You really did.
Thank you.
My favorite one you got right was the Smarties one. That was a solid 2 points.
Oh yeah. Actually,
I earned it.
So, what's up next, guys?
I think next time we play that, we should play that like Family Feud, where you do exactly what you did, except we try and guess what the results and the answers were, and then we get points for the higher one that we guess.
I agree with that.
Rather than being told what the answers are and having to pick one at random, because we're essentially always going to be right. Whereas if we were just guessing, we could guess like, what's your favorite candy? I don't know, like Lollipop Jim, and you're like, nope, that's not there.
Points.
No points for you. And then Eric would be like, Hershey's, okay, 2 points. Would I guess Mars bar? Nope, not there. And that way, someone's actually earning points.
So
and the
here's
game will last
here's
longer.
the reason why that couldn't work is because I'm not actually asking open-ended questions to the audience to find out what they actually prefer. I'm presenting them with poll options that they can choose from. So
yeah, but
as a result, like I could omit that, I suppose, in future iterations. But you know,
you still could have admitted that.
Yeah.
But also, we could ask the chat like, "Hey, what's your favorite?" And then we could even have like made a Google Doc or something where they can write whatever, and then it would do statistics for us.
Yeah, that would be smart. We'll do that another time.
We'll do that next time.
Probably should have organized that a bit better.
Well, I think it was funny to watch, and it ended with a bang. So hey,
definitely ended with a bang. The bang did not suck, you could say.
Oh, no, it didn't.
No, that was good. That was funny. Thank you, producer / Derek.
Of course.
Appreciate you as always. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what's next. We have nothing planned.
That's literally what we planned out for the show.
Well, I have a couple other things we could try doing. You guys mentioned, you guys had mentioned bringing back the producer reads, if I recall.
Oh yes. I tell you, after we revealed the producer coming out of Wood's closet the other day for a technical issue, some people were saying and messaging me, I hope the producer reads comes back. I hope it comes back. We don't want him to drop the producer voice. So here we are again. You guys asked for it, and it looks like we're going to bring it back. So I'm guessing super producer.
I just had an idea for something that we should have done and could have done. I'm sorry to interrupt that.
Can we still do it?
Maybe. And I can work on it while you're doing the producer reads. But I just opened Facebook because I was like, what? My monitor just turned off. I was like, what can I do here for the show? And on Facebook, let me share my screen. I saw John Riggs has dressed up as Benjamin Franklin for Halloween.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And he actually looks sick. And then I remembered, I've been seeing a lot of my friends dress up in like couples costumes and all. We could have like reviewed YouTuber and content creator costumes.
That sounds incredible.
So you do your producer reads, and I'm going to quickly try and find everyone that I've seen and scroll through my timeline and see who else I can grab, because I know there's a couple. There's a couple that are really good. So I'm going to go AFK while you do producer reads and compile these.
You betcha.
That is so funny. Okay, I love that.
By the way, John Riggs, that is sick. That is a really good Benjamin Franklin.
I'd pay $100 for that one.
Why?
If you know, you know.
You can hear that, right?
I can't hear anything.
No. You were bopping to something. I was like, is he playing something?
Here we go.
This is just what you write in a essential way. Take you to the place, but you can't see his face.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
All right. So, it's going to be kind of a spooky edition today, just so you know.
Oh, don't scare me like that.
I wish I had been able to come out to Arlington. If only, like, for a 30-minute drive away. I got screwed over. I had $450 tied up in a Mac. I was gonna sell it. And a guy bailed. Was pissed off to no end. I saw quite a few things at the Replicabluza Instagram that I've been wanting to get. And it would have been loved to have met you. And Kim as well. So angry. Love watching you guys.
Basically, if somebody just tuned in, they're like, who's this dude with a deep voice yelling about $450 and a MacBook?
I said I'd be AFK, and I was like legit piling these, and then I tuned in halfway to hear. Was that slander against me? What was happening there?
No.
Is that about me?
No, somebody was saying that they wish they could have come to see you at Arlington, but they...
Oh, I was worried that someone like came out and couldn't find me, and that's what you were saying.
No.
Okay, screw that guy then. Keep going. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry you couldn't see me.
All
Better
right.
luck next time.
All right, so I'm going to try another one here.
I'll try and half listen to this one.
All right.
Go back to the normal producer voice instead of the...
Okay, because it's too difficult, right? Too difficult to
That's
make
good.
out the enunciation. Okay, so...
That's a little bit more sensual.
Oh, all right. So we'll do this a little less spooky then.
Oh, yeah. Every time I hear that.
It's so good. It's so good.
There it is.
Since you guys were talking about your worst flight experiences, I thought I could share mine. It happened this past May when I was going to Denver to
my
visit
God, this
my
one's so
sisters that both live there. I live in Costa Rica, so it's kind of off the long flight and travel experience. Here in Costa Rica, we have traffic restrictions because of COVID, so that means after 9 p.m. you can't drive or go and get a ticket. Oh man. And my flight was at 12 o'clock p.m., so I had to get to the airport super early. Oh, also, this was my first time traveling alone. First time. I get to the airport and do everything you have to do. I'm waiting at the lounge when they say my flight is gonna get delayed. I mean, I was like a little annoyed, but it didn't bother me that much because I was playing with my Switch. And also, I didn't have to get bad anxiety or over something so common like that. I'm on my way to Florida because I had a layover and everything. It's
Over.
It's fine.
Why is there so much stopping, starting, and
It's a long one.
So
I'm-
long.
this is a long one, man.
He's buying you time, man. Anyway.
I get to Florida, have breakfast and lunch. I flew Spirit, so layover was long, like 5 or 6 hours. I didn't mind that much because I had a lot of university work, if you know what I mean. So I focused on that and at the time and passed pretty fast, actually. It's time to board the plane, and some lady was making the whole scene because she was anti-mask. So that delayed us from actually sitting on my sit on the plane for like 30 minutes. I gotta restart the song.
I don't know if you have to. I think you crushed it.
Okay, that's enough.
It
It goes on for that's like half the way through this long call.
She ends up getting Chipotle at the end, so it's...
Oh my God, what a horror story.
That's producer Reads, everybody.
Yay!
Are we ready to look at some YouTuber cosplays?
You betcha.
YouTuber Halloween outfits? All right. So first up, and I've grabbed what I could find. There was more, but I've lost them to my timeline and I can't remember.
That's fine.
This is Eddie Burback. I watch him actually. He's really funny. But I loved his cosplay. I actually searched this one out because Kim and I saw it. It's Ed Lasso because his name is Ed, but it's a Ted Lasso cosplay. Kim and I love that show. So he dressed as Ted Lasso, and then his girl, I guess, dressed as Beard. It's a really cute one.
I don't get it.
Kim and I, Ted Lasso is like the show right now. It's 10 out of 10. That and then the 10 out of 10 comedy and the 10 out of 10 Squid Game drama, which you haven't watched either. So
Nope.
I'm just out here being cultured on my own. I said I wanted to talk about Squid. By the way,
you did
Squid Game.
Oh,
Jacksepticeye dressed as Squid Game for Halloween.
Oh, I thought it was Splatoon.
It's pretty funny. I like the meme.
I think it's funny.
I wanted to talk about Squid Game on the show, and I gave everyone like 3 weeks to watch it, and the two people I thought that would at least watch it, have not.
Oh,
so
no.
we can't talk about Squid Game still.
my bad.
This is my buddy E. He dressed as every time I open a page, my DMs open. It's so annoying.
Ooh, Flavortown, man.
He dressed as Flavortown. He actually works for Guy Fieri.
Are you serious? That's so funny.
Yeah. He would also be mad at me on how I pronounced Fieri because
Fieri.
Fieri. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me.
Dives, drive-ins, and dives.
He did a really good job.
That's great.
He crushed it.
Guys Grocery Games. That's a good show. I like that show.
Minimize that again. This was a reply to I did one where I was like, no one came to get candy. And this guy's like, no one came to my place either. I felt so bad for Spidey. He's all looking a little sad.
Oh.
This is definitely a video element, by the way, audio listeners.
Yeah, it's worth tuning in for.
Hate to tell you.
Certainly.
That's mine. There's Bob and his girl. Hey, it's us.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah.
Even shaved the mo.
Oh, he did, didn't he? I looked at that photo earlier and I was like, oh, something looks a bit.
That is commitment right there. But that's cute. I'm jealous.
Dressed as Chris Pratt playing golf. That's great.
Incredible.
This is just Max. I thought he was in a cosplay, but I guess a costume shop kind of counts, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's not bad.
Is that a costume shop or is that like a...
I don't think we can say what I think that is.
I think that's a fun shop, actually. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Okay, let's go ahead.
His girlfriend reviews.
Oh, that's excellent. Bob's Burgers, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's
like
really
that a
well
lot.
done. Nice.
They're really funny. Here is a wrestler from AEW that came up on my feed, probably because I follow a lot of AEW wrestlers. He's dressed as Goku.
I
Pretty
like
sick,
this.
pretty sick cosplay. I mean, he's got the muscles for it. Not quite the
Oh,
hair.
he's got the bag of beans.
Oh, yeah.
I actually wouldn't be able to show it, but they did a Halloween match. It was like 4v4, and one side, which was Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, and you guys don't care, and the Young Bucks, they all dressed as Ghostbusters, and then the other side dressed as like random things. But they all came out with the proton packs, and they were like using them in the ring and stuff. Like they did one where like some guy ran at him and he like turned around and he like hit the proton pack and he was like, oh, and then they put all the protein packs on the ground and they body slammed them into all the proton packs. But the best part was they had a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man the whole time out with them. He had like this big outfit. I wish I could show the clip, but it will get claimed.
Oh man.
You just gave me the best idea of all time. Okay, so there should be a gym. And they should have a brand. They should have a branding that's reminiscent of Ghostbusters, because you said the word protein pack and then Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But yet you'll have the Stay Buff Marshmallow Man, and then you could call it like the Gut Buster. That's it.
The Gutbuster.
That's pretty funny.
No, I love it.
Proton pack, but I'm glad that my accident led you to a fantastic gym idea.
Yep.
I will finish my story though and say that they had the Marshmallow Man with them the whole time, the Ghostbusters, and they thought that it was their friend. And then they realized that their friend was somewhere else. And they were like, wait, then who's the Marshmallow Man? And this shot, and I recommend watching it, of him standing in the ring and pulling off his Marshmallow Man face and like looking like real angry and then body slamming everyone. I love AEW specifically because they don't take themselves too seriously. It's like, yeah, we're dressed as like Halloween characters while we're wrestling.
Oh, that's incredible.
I like it.
Here is Rhett from Rhett and Link dressed as Jason Momoa, and his wife is a mimosa, so it's Jason Mimosa.
I like that. That's clever.
How do we rate this one?
Not bad. I don't know who.
Orange, you glad you didn't? I don't know.
That's all I got. That's all I could find. I wish I could find more, but I don't know who else in our little community here would have dressed up. I tried searching some people, but I think we might be two of the only losers in the gaming community who put in an effort.
Oh, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
I saw the other day when I stopped in and saw Game Dave streaming. He was actually dressed up as from Beetlejuice. Yeah, he was dressed up as Beetlejuice. Yeah, the guy who like pulls out his face and he's got the eyeball fingers. Dressed up like that.
Oh, that's not Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's from Beetlejuice. I mean, he wasn't as Beetlejuice. He was a guy from Beetlejuice. The Alec Baldwin. No, Alec Baldwin. The character that he played
the cartoon
with the plaid shirt. And
when you said eyeball fingers, I thought of like Pan's Labyrinth or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's a creepy thing.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell, man. I hate that guy.
The eyes and the palms.
Yeah, and he goes.
I'm scrolling down Game Dave's timeline. Did he not put a picture of him up dressed as that?
I don't know. That's crazy.
That's a missed opportunity.
It's very missed.
All right. I think that's it. I mean, unless you guys got anything else.
I got nothing this week, man. I've been just doing a whole lot of work. I worked before this show, and I'm gonna work like after the show. I got so much stuff I gotta get done.
I'm so done. I'm done. This is it now for me. I'm taking 2 days off after this because I worked to the point where it was impacting my mental health.
Oh,
like yesterday it was like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. working on that video. And then I woke up at 10 this morning. I got 8 hours sleep. I'm like, I'm at least getting 8 hours. And then I worked until the video went up. And then I'm here now. So I'm taking 2 days off and I'm very excited.
Excellent.
Yeah. I'm going all out, man. I signed on to produce a podcast for some people here. So I've been editing
Did you show them ours?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, our podcast is how I got the job from here.
Really?
So I was like, here's the show that I work on. I produce the audio version of it. I've done the jingles and whatever. And they're like, I love it. Give me what you got.
I love it.
That's awesome.
So I've been doing that. I signed on to do a 5-track EP for some dude. So work has totally ramped up and my sleep has totally ramped down. So I get you, man. I hear it.
All right. I think we should call it. You good, Derek?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Producer.
All right.
You guys
Don't
good?
flip out on us.
You betcha.
We're going post-show, right?
Yeah, we will. All right.
For-
if you're listening to the audio version or you're watching the video version on YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Go to woodanderekshow.com to catch up with the audio versions of the
Fuzzy
show.
pickles.
There'll be links to everywhere that have the podcast, which the podcast is literally everywhere if you didn't know. You can leave a voicemail at 210...
951-4927.
Thank you so much. And you can fill out the valued viewer form and we'll actually look at those, I think, next week. It's been a minute.
Yeah, we will.
Links down below wherever you're watching for that. If you're watching live, we're about to talk to you for a little bit. But if you're not, we're going. Producer, final words?
Fist bumps only.
There you go. That's the one.
Thank you for watching and listening. Catch up with The Wood and Erek Show at woodanderek.com. Fill out the valued viewer form to be part of the show and leave the boys a voicemail at 210-951-4927. Bye!